Welcome to St. Leo University. I'm Frank Britton, the voice of the St. Leo Lions men's lacrosse team. It's a blustery and rainy evening and 69 degrees on Wednesday, April 8th. And we are back rooftop overlooking Jody Lewin Family Stadium. It's Wednesday night lacrosse. This evening, your St. Leo Lions are taking on the University of Tampa Spartans. J.B. Clark leads the 13-1, number 3 nationally ranked University of Tampa men's lacrosse program in his 5th year as head coach. Today's game is their 15th of the 2026 season, and they come into today's game on a 6-game winning streak after a 10-5 win over Rollins last Saturday. The Spartans visit us from Tampa, Florida, and are a member of the Sunshine State Conference. Assistant coaches Ryan Sullivan, Jay Goldsmith, Scott Bramble, and Michael Flores will be on the sidelines with the Spartans. 21st year head coach Brad Jorgensen, along with assistant coaches Chad Marino and Timothy Rosler, bring the number 14th ranked Lions back to home turf for their 12th game of the 2026 season. St. Leo is on a 1-game losing streak and is now 7-4. The Lions are coming off a hard-fought loss to Florida Tech last Saturday. Tonight's match will be the 17th game between St. Leo and Tampa. The Lions have won only 3 of these games and have not won since 2018. The Spartans are looking to keep their winning streak alive, but the Lions are hungry to reset their hunt through the Sunshine State Conference. St. Leo is ready to roar. Let's go, Lions! And for the latest news, updates, and information on St. Leo Lions men's lacrosse, be sure to visit stleolions.com. Fans can also stay up to date on the latest Lions news by downloading the St. Leo Athletics app in the App Store or on Google Play, and by following St. Leo Athletics on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube. We'll be back in just a few for the hot hands to watch in today's game. Welcome back to St. Leo. What a night. It has been blustery, windy, winds up to 18 miles an hour, lots of rain. It seems to have calmed down for a little bit. Hopefully we'll get this game in without much more rain. Hey, let's talk about the hot hands to watch. I'm going to start off with the goalies. Number 12, Weston Schmidt, the grad student from Centerville, Maryland, started all 14 games for the Spartans this season. He has 91 goals against with 129 saves. Games for the Spartans this season, he has 91 goals and a save percentage of 58.6 and a goals against average of 7.02. The Lions will have their hands full with the keeper this evening. For the Lions, number 24, Drew Wheeler, the junior from Fuquay Varina, North Carolina, will lead the Cats in the cage again this evening, having given up 118 goals on the season with a goals against average of 11.42. He has 115 saves and a save percentage of 49.4. Wheeler gave up 16 goals with 8 saves in the game against Florida Tech last Saturday. Tampa averages 13.2 goals scored per game. So we will need Wheeler to shake off Saturday's rough outing and see the ball huge in the goal this evening. At the X for Tampa, the Spartans grad student from Roswell, Georgia, number 70, MP Thomas, has been their go-to Fogo this season. He has gone 134 for 229, posting a 58.5 win percentage so far this year. St. Leo will need to play strong from the wings and fight for the ground ball tonight. For the Lions, junior faceoff specialist from Buford, Georgia, number 19, Andrew Graham will lead the Lions at the X once again this week. On the year, Andrew has been 143 for 244 with a 58.6 win percentage. And number 40, Duke McGill, the senior from Bartersville, Oklahoma, will step in as needed to support the faceoff. On the season, Duke is now 31 for 65 with a 47.7 win percentage. We need both of our Lion Fogos to have another high scrum and high ground ball win percentage tonight. And with points leaders for Tampa, leading the Spartans with 36 points is the senior attackman from Albertstown, New York, the number 7, Andrew Cho, from 17 goals and 19 assists on the season. There are 3 Spartans, each with 33 points on the season. Number 13, Jackson Bashaw. Number 53, Rex Kesselring. And number 1, Tommy Ortega. The Lions defense will need to shut down these 3 potent scorers tonight. For the Lions, number 3, Greg Palmer, the senior from Holland Landing, Ontario, leads St. Leo with 47 points off of 33 goals and 14 assists on the season. Unfortunately, he's not starting tonight. He did not dress out for the game. Aiden Noja, number 45, the senior attackman from Center Mauritius, New York, is close behind with 45 points from 16 goals and 29 assists. And bringing up the third slot and wearing number 13 is senior midi from Seaford, New York, John Raucci, who has 25 points from 16 goals and 9 assists. We are moments away from the start of the game. And looks like Graham jumped at the faceoff. So the faceoff win on a technicality is going to go to Tampa, not the position we wanted to start in this evening. Giving possession to Tampa straight off the bat. Lions defense lined up as Tampa sends in their starting middies. Cho is out there, number 7. He's on the near side. And it's always tough to read these off of black. And that was an unassisted goal from the right side. Looks like that was number 30. I think that's a 30. Yeah, that's Bradshaw. So visibility tough tonight for these Tampa uniforms, and I apologize out there if I'm struggling with identifying the players. So Duke is out at Duke McGill out at the face. What a strong scrum. And he wins the scrum win and gets the ball. Heads down the far side, gets a bump from behind. And Tampa has caused turnover, so Lions unable to capitalize on the opening faceoff here after that goal. And bad pass. It's going to get weird tonight. The ball's soaking wet. The ground's wet. And these guys have been out here for about an hour in the rain. So everybody's mesh is wet also. So passes are going to have to be very, very deliberate. If you've played the game before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You've had that one odd game where it just poured in your stick and the ball just doesn't do what you expect. But, boy, that's exactly what we needed out of Baker. For some reason, they just let him trot freely down the goalie's left side, and he buried one in the corner. Ties it up at 13:48 on the clock. So Baker with an unassisted goal. What a way to start the game. All right, back to 0-0. This is what we need to do. We've got to be able to stay even with Tampa as we head throughout this game. St. Leo, unfortunately, has been a fourth-quarter game this season, and we really need to step up and be strong in the first quarter. It was great to see a good, solid shot right off of that offensive possession. So Graham back out there on the face. Struggle. Looked like there was some holding going on. Thought I heard a whistle. Graham's still on top of it. Finally, Wills picks it up, takes off to the near side, and dumps it off to Nealon, who then Wills never makes a pass like that. And you can see the effect that the wet mesh and the wet ball is going to have on this game tonight. Raucci with it. And he's out there with Baker and LeBlanc again. So play is stopped because of a shot clock issue. We have scoreboard with the shot clock on the screen on either end of the field. I don't think you guys ever see that through the course of a game. And we've got the game clock on one scoreboard, is not the same as the other scoreboard. So the referees are having a conversation about what we've got to do to resync the game clock. So play still paused here. And just the conversation referees are going to have with both coaches and decide how they're going to handle what's going on with the clocks. And believe it or not, Jesse Vervelde is here in the booth trying to do something up in the ceiling to make these clocks sync up. So they gave the ball to St. Leo to get started here. Clocks are running. They're just out of sync. And I'm not sure if this has something to do with the rain. And we're gonna go to timeout. We'll be right back. Welcome back to St. Leo University. We have had some technical difficulties. The rain has caused some problems with connections via Wi-Fi with our game clock and our shot clock. And we, I think, are about ready to go. Some of the players are running back onto the bench. And we'll get started in just a minute. All right, we are back at Jody Lewin Family Stadium. 13-17 on the game clock. Lions have the ball at center. And it looks like we might have gotten our technical difficulties somewhat sorted as Ryuichi tries to move the ball on the far side. Decides to take it to X. He's going to invert with his defender. Nealon on the near side. He dumps it off. Nealon pops it up top to Baker, who scored our only goal so far tonight. Feed back to him behind the back pass. Missed the pass. Able to pick up the ground ball. 30 seconds on the shot clock. LeBlanc's got it. He's picked up the shorty but loses his footing. It's still going to be wet and slick out there on this field for the entire game. Even as the rain passes, we got plenty of wind. That ground is going to be soaked. Baker trying to get away from three black jerseys. Can't. Finally gets rid of it. Sends it to Nealon. Now LeBlanc again's got the shorty. Takes a shot and hit the pipe. and it's gone to the Tampa bench, and LeBlanc was able to play man ball there and keep possession for the Lions to reset the shot clock at 60. Boy, that shot had some mustard on it, didn't it? All right, Rayucci with it now. He's got the shorty. Loses his footing. Able to cut across the middle. Low-to-low shot. And the goalie there to gobble it up. Nice save there by Schmidt. And 2 long passes, and Tampa has the ball down in the other end. So the Lions had a couple really good looks, just couldn't get the ball into the goal. And just a weird start of the game with that whole technical difficulty. Cho with it, brilliant on the year. So many points for Tampa. But more importantly, Tampa has 4 players with over 30 points. And you can rely on a lot of guys for scoring. It's huge for your team, which is one of the reasons why they're ranked number 3 in the nation. And shot taken, it looks like it hit, or maybe it was intercepted by subtly. And we're coming this way. Palouse on the near side with the ball. And Lions gain the clear and the zone. So good defensive stand there by Leah. So we've got Smith and Chernoff out there with Stellwagen. Stellwagen, the speedster. If Chernoff would let go of his hands, maybe we'd get another rifle shot. That guy's got a cannon. He just hasn't been shooting a lot this season. And there's the shot. That's what I was talking about. Reset the shot clock. And Nugent there to back it up. No, I thought Schmidt got a piece of that. Yeah, it is. Reset the shot clock. Here we go. Hey, it was a vague signal from the ref. So Tampa with the ball, moving back and forth. They're set up and 2 men behind right now. Where 53's got it on the near side. That's Kesselring. Now Green with it. Good play by Swiderski to stay with his man as he was coming in. An odd pass to the ground there. Oh, and I didn't realize that Stellwagen was hung up on defense, and he's finally gotten off. Davies out there now for him. So Tampa took about 50 seconds off the clock, off the shot clock, passing the ball around before they got their offensive set in. That was a really nice pass, and that was not a shot. That was a pass, rolled out of bounds behind. Nice sacrifice there, trying to get to the ball by the Tampa attackman, but unable to do it. Nogin now has got nobody between him and the goal, but defense resets. So 65 seconds on the shot clock. Lions have another opportunity here. And I don't know if the ref's going to noticing that the game clock and the shot clock on the far side. Finally it reset. It caught up with it. Wow. Baker shot the ball, but he landed in the crease. He was on the GLE, and he shot that ball kind of the twisted arm. And we've got another stoppage of play here. Something more about the time on the clock. And I'm not sure what is happening, but referee is pointing at the game clock on the left side of the screen, which you guys can't see. It's synced with the other game clock, so I'm not sure what the issue is now. I'm going to take a quick break, see if I can get an answer. So we have something you guys probably have never seen on the screen before is is a scoreboard and a game clock and a shot clock on either end of the stadium here. And the Wi-Fi is just not connecting with the scoreboard on the left side of the screen. And so you can, right now on your screen, you can see the goal that the Tampa is defending. You can see another goal way behind out of the out-of-bounds line. And to the left of that goal, there is a clock with a shot clock. It's a scoreboard. And for some reason, it just is out of sync with the other scoreboard, which is working well on the opposite side of the field. And so the referees have decided that we're just going to have to shut that scoreboard off so that we don't have the problem with being out of sync, because the players need to know what the time is on the shot clock. Right now it's going to affect St. Leo because St. Leo is the one that's attacking on that end of the field. It'll affect St. Leo more. But as the game continues, it could eventually affect Tampa as well if this Wi-Fi problem can't be sorted out, and it doesn't seem like it has been. So, hey, Noah, I think we're going to take a break, and we'll be back. All right, whistle just blew, and we're back to action. Tampa had the ball after the turnover due to stepping into the crease before we had the whole shot clock debacle. So we are down to one scoreboard on the field, and it'll affect both teams equally as Tampa sets up with their offensive set. And there's number 30. Wow, what an incredibly quick shot. Moving sort of at an angle towards the back corner from about 12 yards out. Yeah, that was Bradshaw. Took that shot high to high and beat Wheeler. So with 8:17 on the game clock, Spartans take a 2-goal lead. All right, Graham is out there. Davies on the near side. Will's on the far side. He's opposite Thomas. Graham wins the scrum. Tampa's really quick to the ball and ends up crashing into Davies twice, knocking the ball loose. And so Tampa's able to pick up the ball. So St. Leo technically wins the faceoff, but we lose the possession, so that's not helping us any. All right, so coach sends out Johnson. And I can't see as the ball. Johnson's got it now up top. He's got Wills with him. Back over here to Green. Green brings it down to GLE, sends it to X. Pops up on the far side. Now it's number 13 with it. Comes across. Shot. Came to the inside of the near side pipe. That was Bashaw. Palouse now running with the attackman. He pops it up top. So far, good defensive play by the Lions, but he broke free. Here comes the attackman. And on the fly, about 4 yards off the crease on the right side, that was Burbank. And he just turned and shot on his run up. Looked like he was going to dish it off. And Wheeler wasn't ready for it. High-to-high shot. It looked like it beat him offside shoulder. So 7:16 on the clock. Lions down by 2. So ground ball picked up by Henninger. Great play there. Lions win the faceoff, but we've got to move the ball back to the defensive end off the face. Wheeler walking up now, looking for somebody to dump it to. Gives it to Palouse. And he's running towards a black jersey. He's got to pop it up top to Smith. Smith now waiting for Clark. And Stellwagen's going to come in. So we're missing Palmer tonight. Greg Palmer's been a key part of our offense this year. Usually is the guy that gets fed to by Nogin. But I think Nealon's going to do a great job filling in those shoes. Here comes Smith looking for a little bit of daylight. Can't find it. And he gets past his defender. As he rolls, shoots just a little bit early. Picks up a trail check. And I guess you count that as a save for Schmidt. Long pass to the near side. Wide open. Number 32 gets the ball, brings it in. That's Weitzman. And that was number 17, Driggs. It comes from Weitzman. So Lions down by 3 with 5:52 on the clock. So Graham opposite Thomas again. Oh, no. Is this Thomas or is this? Might be Thomas. Number 70, Thomas. Graham wins the scrum and the face clean. And again, trail checked by Tampa. He just rolled in the wrong direction. Nobody's talking to him. We got to get some communication out there. So that's 2 face-offs that the Lions have won, but we couldn't do anything with the ball. Couldn't even get it into our zone. All right, Canetta has got the man. Trail check by Canetta. Wills with a ground ball. Just nabbed it right out of midair. Wills, go take the shot. No, he dumps it off. He's going to go sit in front of the crease. And it looks like Lions are going to wait instead of pressing. Rayucci's out there, and they're going to send Baker out first while LeBlanc waits for Wills to come off. They've already scored 4 goals opposite hour 1. This is a strong Tampa team. We're going to have to mix it up a little bit. Oh, again with the pipe. Baker with a strong shot, high to low, beats the goalie, but the ball ends up hitting the pipe and bouncing at the midfield. Great ground ball there by number 7. He's got it. I thought he was going to pass. Baker's hung up with him on defense, as is Rayucci. All right, Tampa pushes up the near side. That was Kesselring. Now Ortega with the ball. Another one of the hot hands to watch tonight. He's another one with 33 points on the season. Sudley's got the man behind, trying to force a pass. Does. Now Baker's still there with Cho. Baker's playing some pretty good short defense. And he comes across to the middle. Shot taken, bounces across the crease. Wheeler didn't touch it. Stays Tampa, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Pass to attack. Palouse slides. 2, 3 men just mug the Tampa player. And here comes Swiderski. He gets a little slash to the back of the ribs. Thank you very much. And Wheeler walking way out of the goal, talking to his defender, saying, hey, great job out there. There was some really good, strong sliding, some good communication, caused a dislodge of the ball. And we've got to get our shots on the cage. We hit 2 pipes that ricocheted 15, 20 yards. We're shooting the ball hard, just not getting it in the net. And we're beating the goalie. If you're hitting the pipe to the opposite side, you're beating the goalie on that shot. Smith trying to work shorty defender. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Chernoff still trying to work against Tampa defender. Tries for a long pass and ricochet off of the Tampa player. That's going to give the ball to St. Leo. Oh, Smith takes a cross check, drops the ball in the process. No push from behind, no call at all, right there in front of the referee. And the crowd is going bananas. Some of it's a Tampa crowd because they're so excited that we ended up losing possession of the ball a few seconds later. I'm wondering what's got it. And then lollipop over to the far side. Tampa attackman there to pick it up. Now, who's got the ball now? This is number 3. This is Green. He drops it down to Bashaw. And here comes number 66. He's got a goal tonight. Palouse mugging him, forcing the issue. Long pass to center. Will's doing the same thing. Will's forcing him below the GLE. Seems like the refs are going to let these guys play tonight. I expect it's going to get chippy as the night goes on. We'll see what happens. Pass deflected. Ground ball picked up by McGonigal. He's got 2 Tampa players chasing him. He drops the ball back to Palouse. Long pass to the near side to Sutterly and another pass to Canetta. And Canetta's going to run it in. Nope, he decides to dump it off, and Nealon's going to slow it down. So Lions giving no quarter to the Tampa Spartans. And with 33 seconds on the game clock, Spartans still have a 3-goal lead. Ryuchi trying to get around his defender. Can't dodge his way through. Finally rolls. Shot. Hits Schmidt, but the ball rolls out. Ground ball picked up by Tampa. 14 seconds on the clock. Pass back to Schmidt. He's going to throw a lollipop here to Boland. Boland gets it down to Kesselring. Shoots and hits the pipe. And the ball goes out of bounds off that shot. And the Lions are able to stay on an even keel with number 3 Tampa Spartans. Put 15 minutes on the clock. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back to St. Leo University. Tampa Spartans 4, your Lions 1. 15 minutes on the clock to start the second quarter. We had some fits and starts here in the first quarter. Ton of rain right before the game. It was still raining a bit as the game started. Field is a mess. It's slippery. Players are struggling to get a grip as they're trying to dodge. Passes on both sides, kind of bloopy. Tough to get good control on the ball. And Lions defense, the last two defensive sequences, just really solid against the Tampa offense. And St. Leo is going to have to play that solid throughout the game. Number 3 ranked in the nation. Tampa's ranked 14 as we come into today's game. So we're no slouch of a team, but and Owen Wills playing sticks up. I know I've talked about this on a number of broadcasts before, but if you're a defensive player and you're listening to me and you're looking to come to St. Leo to play or play at any university, sticks up on defense is the mantra, and that's exactly why. Keep your stick up in the lane. Knock down the pass. It's exactly what Wills did. That was a caused turnover because Wills was keeping his stick up. Brilliant move. All right, Rayucci out there. He's got the pole. Gets a step past him, trying to turn in. Baker's trying to set the pick, but that's no help. Rayucci gets past 6 defenders, shoots and scores! There was only one defender on the near side that was not trying to cover John Rayucci, and it didn't matter. Rayucci versus 5 Spartans, and he scores. $13:50 on the game clock. Lions cut the Spartans' lead to 2. Henninger on the near side. Davies on the far side. Graham again. He's won the scrum a number of times tonight. Finally able to control the ball out of midfield. And as important it is for the Lions to win the scrum and the face-off, it's that important that we actually control the ball all the way into the offensive end. And a couple of passes like that is what we need. Stellwagen wants to play this game 6-on-6, and it sounds like that's what coach is looking for. We've had a couple of unsettled situations where we've had an opportunity to try to get the ball in a little bit quicker. Stellwagen now trying to figure out if there's an option on the near side. Can't get through. But we really haven't pushed that unsettled situation. Coach is playing, let's play slow ball. Let's get our offensive set in. Good move by Clark. Give and go. Shot. Is that a save? Smith's still on it. Ground ball picked up by Tampa. And I don't know what that was. It looked like the referee signaled that one of the Tampa players stepped in the crease. I don't know what that meant, though. Doesn't matter. Lions ball, reset the shot clock to 60. Let's get another chance at it. Now the referee on the far side is talking to the bench. Or maybe talking to Amy in the tower. I don't hear any communication going into the booth next door. All right, so 52 seconds on the shot clock for the Lions. I'm not exactly sure what that was about. All right, here comes Clark. He's got the shorty, gets past him, picks up the slide from number 10. That's Gumball. Ball's loose. Ground ball picked up by Tampa, knocked out of his stick. And again, this time Palouse with it. He takes off. He'll take a shot, but instead passes it away. And everybody says slow it down. So the Lions are going to slow it down on offense again. So this is 3 possessions now that the Lions have had here to start the second quarter. I think we need to work this clock down a little bit. Let's get some of that spark and that edge out of the Tampa defense. Good long play here on offense. Clark's got it. He's got a shorty. Passes it over to Nealon. Nealon was lucky that wasn't intercepted. Stellwagen with it. It's got the shorty. Goes to the left side. Pass, shot. And it was blocked. Ground ball picked up by Nealon. He's stuck in the corner. Brings it up top to Nogin. Short pass to Smith. Smith sends Clark down. Clark takes the pole all the way to X to invert. Brings the ball back. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Stellwagen takes a shot. Hits the pipe. It rolls behind. But Schmidt there to pick up the ground ball behind as Nealon was on the far side along the GLE. So that was a nifty move there by Stellwagen. And that's another one of those examples where that wet pocket and the wet ball is going to mess with your passes. All right, Tampa getting their offensive set out here now. Lions need another strong defensive stand. They've had plenty of time to get some rest here. And Tampa, again, unable to control their passes. So Davies got the ball there in front of the Tampa bench. And he sends it over to Wheeler. Wheeler's got McGonigal on the near side here. He gets rid of it quick. So that's Maltasante out there. And Wills still hanging out. He's about 10 yards up above the goal. He's just looking to set a pick. But Tampa's not pressing against Ryuchi, so they're going to let their defensive midfielders come out. Baker's got a step on his man, but passes instead. I wish he would wait a beat on that, and there was a little bit of off-ball movement. Could have caught somebody open. Ryuchi with the ball. Takes a stick to the face. Ball loose, picked up by Tampa. That's Air up with it. Brings it back to Schmidt. Schmidt's going to run up to the near side alley. Sends a lollipop over top to Driggs. And Tampa's got the ball. 9:15 on the clock. Lions so far were the only goal here in the second quarter. Some good back and forth play. Lions really haven't had a quality shot since their goal. 2-3, long pass again, and Tampa can't control it. And Tampa's got to be wondering, they got to feel out of sync here. McGonigal and Wheeler, then Wheeler with a long pass to Chernoff as he was coming out of the substitution box. Oh, and Stellwagen couldn't handle the pass. Maltasante's trying to get to it. Hockey, little dip there by Tampa, causes Chernoff with the ball. He flips it over to Stellwagen, and Stellwagen slows it down. So there was a seriously unsettled situation there again, like I was talking about before. If Stellwagen wanted to push that, he could have. But Coach wants to see this game played 6-on-6, it seems. All right, Smith draws the slide, dumps it off to Nogin. Nogin trying to feed across, and ball tipped out of bounds by Tampa. So 25 seconds on the shot clock for St. Leo. Maltasante now. He's got a shorty. Comes to the near side, looking for someone to pass to. Feeds it to Chernoff. Chernoff can't get it to the goal. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Now 10. Nogin's got it. Stellwagen needs to take the shot. He does, and I don't think Schmidt touched that. So that's going to go out of bounds off the shot. And Nealon's going to pick it up and just roll it to the corner. And he just throws it back out of bounds. So 7:34 on the clock. Lions get to use all 80 seconds of that offensive set. We had a couple of decent shot opportunities, but couldn't get anything on the cage. Here comes number 28. This is Forte. Pass down below the GLE. Palouse has got. Now Canetta's out there. Canetta's running with the Spartan. That's Cho. Pushes him down below the GLE. Forces the pass.
Oh, yeah.
And what a play by Canetta. Gets a cause turnover. 2 passes. Nogin shoots. Backed up by Moltisanti. Nogin's looking at his stick. You've all seen a lacrosse player do that. And timeout called by Tampa. So 6:45 on the game clock. Lions down by 2, but we have been in control of the ball the entire quarter. I'm going to take a quick break. We'll be back. Welcome back to St. Leo University. I asked the cameraman, take a look at the scoreboard. You can see that black rectangle underneath the tall roof there along that wall. And it's blank. Jesse Ravelli doing his hard work trying to get that reset. And so this is part of our technical difficulties, getting this game going. Thank you to Jason for doing the job getting that camera shot over there. All right, 6:45 on the clock. Lions have taken the field. Tampa defenders jog in. Moltisanti's got the ball on the near side, and the whistle blows. He's opposite number 6. This is Boland. He pushes the far side. Nobody to pass off to. Finally sends it up top to Rayucci. Baker's out there. Feed in front to Neal, and he got tied up, and the ball's rolling behind. Ground ball picked up by Tampa. Long pass made accurately and caught by Boland, and he's coming across midfield. So St. Leo unable to take advantage out of the timeout. And lots of hip bumping out there, but Henninger able to control the ball after the caused turnover, and it's Lions' ball again. So long pass to the near side to McGonigal, and LeBlanc's line's going to be out there. LeBlanc's running out there now with this is Stellwagen and Clark. So Coach Marino mixing it up a little bit tonight. He's been keeping me on my toes all year long. Comes LeBlanc, come across, shot! Missed to the near side. Backed up by Nogin. 46 seconds on the shot clock. 5:30 on the game clock. Here comes Smith now. Up top's got Shorty. Brings to the left side. Tries to shoot. And you saw that ball went about 8 feet over the goal. That's wet ball, wet mesh. Just completely different feel to the game tonight. Both teams feeling it. Back to Clark again. Smith again. Smith dumps it to Moltisanti. He's trying to feed, trying to get it to LeBlanc, and the ball ends up in Schmidt's stick. Outlet pass to the near side successful. Here comes Forte with it. And he decides to slow it down and try to give it to somebody on attack or on offense. All he saw was white jerseys. So Cho back out there. And that's Frost. Picks up Tampa player. And, oh, my goodness. Bounce shot. It hit Wheeler. Wheeler played it. But it ended up ricocheting off of Wheeler and hits the underside of the crossbar and goes into the goal. I'm not sure what better job Wheeler could have done on that. That was good save work. Lions defense played pretty well. They were right there on top of him. He just had his hands free. I think the real difference is the strength of and speed of shot that Tampa has is just at a different level than we've seen for most of this season, at least that we've seen here at home. When they head out to Missouri, they were playing a different level of team. And I missed the Florida Tech game. I was watching some of it. They had some really odd angles on their camera work at Florida Tech, so you really couldn't see the skills of the players. Pass in front gets missed. So Wheeler with the ground ball. And we're going St. Leo's way. Subtly open and, oh, come on, Moltisanti. He's able to pick it up and stay in bounds. So another one of those long passes having problems. And there's been a lot from both sides. A lot of stick on hip. A lot of shoulder playing. A lot of hip on hip playing. I mean, it's good to see sometimes, but it causes things like turnovers and misplays. And as long as the guys are playing within the rules, we're okay with that. Things seem to settle down a little bit since the first quarter. As Schmidt passes the ball to Driggs, who's going to just jog it in. All right, this is Green with it now. Green's looking to dodge. Wills is there with him. Forces a pass to X. Burbank with it. He just wants to bring it up top. Cho with it now. He's got Davies with him. Will slides, picks him up. Shot was taken off of the pass by Green, but hustle play by Davies deflects the shot, so it never got on goal. Went behind. Feed to number 1. Back to Green. Davies with him. Passes along the GLE. Back up top to Cho. Canetta's trying to stay with him. Picks up the slide. And that was a great shot by Ortega, who just sneaks the ball past the inside pipe on the far side. So Ortega gets it unassisted. So Tampa extends their lead to 3. 2:07 on the clock. Extends the lead to 4. I was literally teaching a math class for a little while today. You'd think I'd be able to do that kind of subtraction. Apparently not. Graham at the face, opposite Thomas, and Thomas wins that one cleanly. Picks up the ground ball. Graham trying to push him out of bounds, doesn't get low enough on him. Thomas is able to roll away. So Tampa sends out White. I don't recognize this player. Who is this? Number 20. This is Johnson. This is a different line than I've seen so far tonight. Johnson pops it over to Green. Couple more passes. Ball's going to go over midfield. That's going to be over and back. That's St. Leo's ball. So whistle blown. Moltisante's got it. And that was just poor field awareness. Moltisanti just kind of threw a lollipop over there to Nealon. And Tampa was quick enough to run underneath and just intercept it. It's a nice defensive play there by Tampa on the rod. Yeah, speed of shot. Just they're just a different level than the Lions are used to playing. I'm not saying that the Lions are playing poorly per se, but I just don't think they're used to just things just happening on the snap the way that they do against Tampa. So Cho takes his defender, Davies, to the corner, 34 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock has got 24 seconds versus 28 seconds. There's a 4 second difference. So if Cho just sits on it, Lions might have the ball for a long shot or a couple passes and a shot. Cho's looking to dodge against Davies. Davies is going to push him along the deal. GLE. Cho just falls to the ground. And they call timeout. And the Tampa fans are just upset, but same thing's happening down the other end. You got to be able to take as good as you give it. So I have a feeling as towards the end of this game, it's going to get a bit chippy. I'm going to take a quick break on this timeout. I'll be back. We are back. 7.3 seconds on the game clock. What a interesting timeout. Just trying to make sure the control of the ball is maintained there. 2 seconds on the shot clock. So Tampa is just going to let the ball run out. And Palousa's got it. And he's going to take a long shot. He was accurate before, but not this time, as the long shot goes about 2 yards wide of the far side of the cage. So the Lions able to stay within 4 goals of the Spartans here in the first half. Spartans are a tough team, but Lions are standing up. They really are. Number 3 in the nation against number 14. I'm going to let the video roll for the halftime, and I'll be back to pick up the third quarter. Welcome back to St. Leo University. Looking at the game clock and the shot clock, it's kind of synced up on both ends of the field, so I'm thinking we're going to get our shot clock and game clock back where it's supposed to be. 15 minutes on the clock to start the third quarter. There's the horn. And let's take a look at our schedule for the next couple games. Usually I tell you about 4 games, but we've only got 2 games left. Embry-Riddle against the Lions this coming Saturday, April 11th. Oh, we're going to a face-off. I didn't think the clock was set yet. And Graham, again, wins the scrum and the face against MP Thomas, but for goodness sake, catch the ball. This is the problem that we've been having. And Davies has got it. We're already in RN. Davies gets trail checked. Good pickup by Tampa. And a lollipop goes out there, and it's picked up by Kesselring. And Tampa's going to have possession. So once again, St. Leo wins the faceoff, but can't just control the ball. And the pass is to Gunther, who's out there playing attack right now for Moltisanti. I'm not sure why that is. Cho's got the ball now, falls down as Canetta stays with him. Davies now running with number 30. Wheeler with the save. Outlet pass to, I couldn't say, oh, that was a push from behind, but St. Leo's got the ball, so it doesn't matter. Not sure why the whistle was blown. I think that really shouldn't have stopped play, but it's all right. Give the refs a break. I've been out there. I've worn the black and white stripes in a few games, not a lot. Youth, definitely not D2. And even when you're reffing a game with a bunch of 12-year-olds, it's not an easy task. So we give these guys some grace. Here comes Gunther forcing his way through, passes it over to Rayucci. Couldn't find any daylight. Back to Rayucci again. He's still got a pole, and he doesn't want to dodge from there. Is this LeBlanc heading across? Gets it, gets past the player. Time and space, but trail checked and knocked down without the ball. And that was good, clean defensive play by Tampa as they pass the ball down on the far side. Kesselring screaming, trying to get whoever had the ball to pass it up top further. Kesselring's got it now here on the near side. And this is going to be the line with Green and number 33 this time. This is White. White's got the ball. He's got Canetta. Canetta runs with him. Forces the ball low and pushes the near side. And excellent play there by Wheeler. That was good stop and then good ball control by Suttley. And Canetta's got the ball over to Smith, and we're going to send out, who's number 7? This is Carlo. So Carlo is out there with Clark and Stellwagen. And it looks like Kutch has got Smith on attack. So mixing up the attack line a little bit here too. I saw the 9 out there, and I thought it was Nealon, but it's not. So Smith's got it. Rolls to the inside, low to low. What a nice shot. So offside to the ankles. And Smith able to pick up the score. Cuts the Spartans' lead to 3 with 11:42 on the clock. So in the first quarter, Tampa's able to score 4 goals. Lions won. Second quarter, Tampa's able to score only 2 goals. Lions won. Now Lions score the first goal of the third quarter. And again, Graham wins the scrum, pops the ball up. It hits Davies and then goes right into MP Thomas's stick. So Tampa's got the ball. It's almost heartbreaking. It is not easy to play the position of a Fogo. Pass to the near side. That's Ortega with it. Drops it down low. And you struggle to win that face. You win the scrum. Ball's loose. You go to pick it up. And then the possession is just taken away. Tampa forces the near side. That was a great play. Kesselring so quick. Coming from X to push the cage from the near side. That was just a speed goal. I mean, that guy's just fast. And before the Lions can react, Spartans get their 4-goal lead back. Graham again on the face. And it looked like Thomas must have jumped. So Lions with possession. We're getting some heavy winds. I can hear it outside. Can you guys see the American flags out there? It's a little bit blustery, but down a little bit lower, it is really windy out there tonight. The best word I could come up with to describe the weather tonight was blustery. Sounded like a Winnie the Pooh word, but that just describes it. So Lions move the ball around the perimeter here. LeBlanc looking to dodge. He's got a shorty. Gets his time and space, but not enough mustard on that one. Schmidt, the left-handed goalie, sees that all the way, and that was just catch. Outlet pass neatly made to number 24. That's Gibbs. Green with it now, top left. He's got Henninger. And they're playing a little 5-on-5. I'm not sure if you can see on your screen, but Baker's standing near the St. Leo bench opposite a Tampa player. And there's another pass. It's going to roll out of bounds. And just call it the wet night tonight. I can't believe that Tampa throws passes out of bounds as often during a game. I haven't seen them play yet this season, but I just really would surprise me that that's one of their MOs, is they just throw the ball out of bounds, and that ball's still in bounds. Goodness. Carlo unable to catch a pass, and now it goes back Tampa way. So both coaches have got to be just holding their hands over their mouths going, what is going on here? All right, Tampa slows it down. They're going to get their offensive set in. Cho is out there this time with Johnson and fed across, and that was just a nice cut off ball. Bashaw just jogging across between the pipes. He was only about 4 or 5 yards up off the crease. Catches the ball on the fly and dunks it in. Wheeler might have had a shot at that, but that was just a nicely paced shot. So Spartans take the widest lead of the game at 5. 8-3 with 8:49 on the clock. Graham again, this time opposite number 21. That's Bachman. And Graham again wins it, but Davies can't pass the ball to Palouse, and it goes out of bounds. And another face-off win with no opportunity for the Lions. So Tampa sends in their offensive set. This is White is out there. Shot taken. Is that a goal? Is the ball? Yeah, ball's in the goal. That's where it is. I didn't even see who shot it. I thought that was a pass. That was unassisted. Number 3, Green with the shot. I don't even know if Wheeler saw it. I mean, these shots are brilliant and fast. Accurate and fast. All right, Will's on the near side. Davies on the far side. Both players leaning towards defense. Graham again wins the scrum. And that was McGonigal able to pick up the ground ball from the restraining box. Dumps it off to Smith, who's out there on attack right now. He's got the one goal the Lions have scored so far this quarter. Tampa scored 3. Wheeler's got 9 goals against. He's only got 2 saves on the night. Very unusual for him. Part of that is placement, just placement of the shots. These guys are just putting the ball right where he isn't. Feed to Nogin. Nogin can't handle the pass. Ground ball picked up by Tampa. That's number 4 has got it. Forte with it, and he's going to jog across the midfield. So Ortega dumps it off. Kesselring with it now. He's opposite Palouse. Here comes Cho. Cho's got Canetta with him. Cho with a nice roll. Tries to feed in front. Deflected by the Lions, but we can't get the ground ball. Quick pass to the far side. No help. Behind the back pass. Off the slide, and Lions able to cover and recover quickly. Cho with a shot. Comes to the near side. Ball ricocheted off of the wall, and it's rolling on the line. So referee's got to go get that ball. Oh, no. One of our St. Leo athletes who are here watching the game tonight went and picked it up. All right, Kesselring with it at X. Dumps it to the far side. I can't see who's got it. Dodging against Davies. Back to Kesselring. Feed in front. Beautiful cut off ball again. And that was another goal for number 66, Burbank. They gave the assist to White. I thought that was Kesselring who had it. It's not me, man. I got the Tampa parents complaining that I called it correctly. It was Kesselring. They gave the assist to the wrong player. It's unfortunate. The Tampa uniforms are nifty, but for years now I've just not been able to read these numbers. It's the serif on the number that just blurs them. Maybe if they just went solid white with a good varsity number that was a little bit larger, we'd be able to see it. But I can remember struggling with this for years. There's another team. I can't remember if it's Tech or one of the teams that we play earlier in the season that I couldn't see any, even on the near side, I couldn't see any of the numbers. Bananas. All right, it's Stellwagen with it now. I can tell with his twinkle toes. He's just like he's playing piano out there with his feet. Clark with it now. Back to Stellwagen. Has to dump it off to Nogin. Nogin looking for somebody to feed. Nobody there. Back to Smith, who pops it back up to Clark. Clark gets his hands free but doesn't shoot. Hands free again on the left side. Gives it to Nogin. Nogin high to high. That was a thing of beauty. Nogin catches the ball, takes a step, puts a stick in his right hand, and just drops it underneath the crossbar. Schmidt didn't have a chance. So Lions cut the lead to 6. 5:22 on the clock here in the third. All right, Graham again to the scrum. I think it's MP out there this time. I can't tell. Nope. That was number 31, Thomas. And he brings the ball into the Tampa side pretty quick after a clean win off the face. So So 5:04 on the game clock. Tampa sends out the green line. And nice save there by Wheeler. Pass to the near side. Suddenly couldn't handle it. Good man ball play there by Tampa. Ground ball picked up by number 8, Ritora, with a long pass to the far side. Handled. Picked up. Now long pass back to the near side. Green's got it. And 4:19 on the clock, 57 seconds on the shot clock. This is Johnson looking to dodge against Davies. Davies staying with him. Forces the pass. And moving pick called against Tampa. It's Lions ball. And that was Swiderski, who dumps it off to Smith on the near side. And we're going to have a wholesale change here for the Lions. Right now we're playing 3-on-4. Gets it up to Rayucci. So Rayucci looking to dodge against the pole. Gets a step to the near side. Dumps it off to Smith. Now LeBlanc picks up the pick from Gunther, but can't do anything with it. Baker gets a lane, has to dump it off to Nogin. Nogin up to Smith again. He comes across, shoots on the fly. Nice save there by Schmidt. That was a stick side high shot. Schmidt able to track it in. And that was number 5, Bomstead, with it. It brings it across. 2:50 on the game clock. Again, we've had some scoring opportunities. Just haven't been able to get the ball in the cage. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Schmidt. He's been doing a good job playing goal tonight. But the Lions just aren't placing the ball where they need to. Shots just aren't where they need to be. So Tampa just moving the ball around the perimeter right now. Comes number 30. This is Bradshaw. It's a shot wide. Backed up by Burbank. Brings it back up top to Ortega. Long past the midfield. Canetta's got him. This is Cho. Cho back to his left hand, feeds in front, ball's loose, and Davies couldn't track the ball into his stick, and Cho ends up with it. Quick pass to the near side, shot taken, offside shoulder, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Wheeler saw the shot coming. Ortega wound up, and he was 12 yards off of the GLE. But he's been as Wheeler stepped towards Ortega. It was a good position by Wheeler. That ball was so fast and on the offside. Wheeler just couldn't get to the opposite side with his stick in time. And that's the biggest difference in the game right there. It's the placement of their shots and speed of those shots. Just there. Ref really taking his time here at the faceoff. Graham again. Looked like he had the scrum win. Moved it, pulled it to the side. Number 31 with the ball. And 3 Lions can't knock the ball out of his stick. And he's able to maintain possession. So they send out number 33 line. That's the white line, along with green. So white playing opposite Dursky. Gets right past him, doesn't take the shot, sends it up to green. Henninger there to try to stop the shot, knock screen down. White's got it, gets past him again. Trail check made and push from behind, and there's the flag. That's going to be a push with possession. So the Lions are going to be man down for 30 seconds here. I think all the play on that face-off, that looked really clean. It was a little bit rough, but that was clean. This Henninger knocking Green down off of the shot. They're lucky we didn't get a flag down for that. Let's see what the call is here. I'm guessing we haven't heard it from the referee yet. So against. So giving him an interference call? So 2 penalties? So 2 penalties called against Henninger. They're going to be served concurrently, not concurrently, consecutively. So 2 technical penalties to be served consecutively against number 88 Henninger. One was an interference call, and then the other one was a push from behind with possession. That's the one that I saw. So Tampa, well, for either team, first man up opportunity in the game tonight. I was talking about earlier how the referees are letting the players play. I guess they decided that was enough. So Tampa kind of doing a slow rotation feed in front, and show to Burbank, making it look easy on the man up. Lions just a half a step behind everything Tampa's doing here in the third quarter. Tampa takes an 8-goal lead with 18.7 seconds on the clock here in the third. So Henninger is released off of the goal. And then coach sends out number 31, Thomas, opposite Graham. Graham with the scrum win, ball's loose, and Tampa's going to pick it up. It's because Graham went forward with it, but the St. Leo players were playing from towards the defensive side, so Tampa had an advantage in the positioning that they were in. And Tampa with a couple of passes and a long shot, and it goes nowhere, and that's the quarter. So third quarter is Tampa after Lions score the first goal. They put up a 6-goal third quarter. Take the lead 12-4. Lions are keeping it close in the first half. They really were. But I think part of it, we didn't get any more rain. Sticks are able to dry out. Ball's able to dry out. Tampa's able to get just a little bit more accurate with their shots than they were in the first half. Makes a big difference. All right, we started talking about St. Leo's schedule. Next couple games, we've only got 2 games left in the regular season, both of them Sunshine State Conference games. If the Lions are going to host the game on April 18th, we've got to win the next 2. So Embry-Riddle on Saturday, April 11th at Embry-Riddle in Daytona Beach. That's a noontime game. And then we head to Lynn on Wednesday, April 15th, and we head over to Boca Raton for a 6 p.m. game against the Knights of Lynn. So we're hoping that the Lions can step up and win both of those games, and we'll be able to host a game here on the 18th in the conference finals. Tampa, next 4 games, it's only 2. They're going to play Lynn on Saturday at home in Tampa, and then they head to Florida Tech on Wednesday the 15th, and those are the top 2 teams here in the Sunshine State Conference. And so Tampa will have their hands full opposite Florida Tech. And I'm not sure what's going on. We had somebody walking across the field here coming to the near side. All right. Starting the fourth quarter, 15 minutes on the clock here. Game's not over, fans. Lions have a chance. We've been able to move the ball. We've been able to stand up on defense, but can we continue into the fourth quarter? We've watched our last two home games of St. Leo has been a fourth quarter team. Coach, in my interview I had with him after the Florida Southern game, he was not happy about what the turnout had been for the last two games. Again, Graham wins the scrum, kicks the ball out, trying to get that ground ball, gets it, takes a pop and a cross check to the neck for his trouble. Ball thrown out, and number 6 able to pick up the ball. Nogent trying to play against Schmidt, unable to knock the ball loose. Gunther there pressing the ride, and finally Tampa's able to pass the ball over with 6 seconds left in the shot clock. You got to get the ball over in 20 seconds. So 56 seconds on the shot clock for Tampa, 14:20 on the game clock. And I expect that the Spartans are going to slow play the ball for every possession. At this point, I would just eat up clock for the rest of the game. And Lions have got to decide if they're going to press out and risk a couple passes and an easy shot in order to gain possession. Cho with it now on the near side. And there was a shot that went wide. I don't remember if Cho scored a game. He's got the most points on the season for the team. He's got 2 assists on the game, but no goals. Lions defensive middies have played pretty well opposite him, the top scorer and here he goes, and there's his first goal of the game. Talking about the guy. Just rolls underneath Canetta, and the slide goes to the wrong side. Just speed. Speed is what won there. So Spartans take a 9-goal lead, 13:40 on the clock. All right, number 31, Thomas at the face. Coach sends out McGill. McGill wins the scrum, but the ball goes to the opposite side. Thomas able to pick up the ground ball and win the face-off. So the Lions doing well on the scrum, but they're not winning the face. Got to have possession of the ball, especially when you're behind. Long pass to center. Ball's loose. Davies there to pick up the ground ball. Can't handle it. Has to try again. And again, speed. We got a flag down on the play. I don't know who. I thought the Tampa had the ball. So it's got to go against Tampa. Looking at the referees, he makes the call. Yeah, it's going to be against Tampa. Unnecessary roughness? So 1 minute penalty. Illegal body check. Yeah, I thought it was unnecessary roughness. Illegal body check. So that was because Davies' head was down and he clipped him on the fly. You can hip a guy if you're side to side. You can bump your hip against them. You put your shoulder against his shoulder. His head down. You can't crash directly into him. Especially like a 5-yard run. That's what was happening there. If it was malicious, it would have been locked in. So I don't think it was malicious. That was just a bad decision. And we're got a clock issue again. This is what's delaying the start of play. And there we go. Got the man up going for St. Leo. Wills is out there with Nealon and Chernoff. It looks like it's Chernoff is out there replacing Palmer. So it looked like Baker was going to take a shot, but didn't. Pass went through. Quick pass to Wills with nobody behind. And good Baker there, but knocking Schmidt down and going to get the flag against Wills. Did he have possession of the ball? Is the referee signaling to the guy up top? I haven't seen a signal yet. Now it looks like they had a conversation about it instead of a signal. And they give the ball to Tampa. I don't know why we can't signal earlier. So 30-second penalty against the Lions. Tampa is still man down for 23 seconds. So this is going to be an interesting 23 seconds of probably nothing as Tampa kills off the penalty. And Tampa's just playing the clock right now. The 9-goal lead with 12:33. They just want to take as much time off the clock as possible. Why give St. Leo an opportunity to play? So they're going to slow play this up top, pass it back and forth, and then once their penalty is clear, then they'll probably attack unless they get a wide-open shot. Pass up top, still 5-on-5 here. This is Cho running with it. He's dangerous. Shot made by Green, goes behind. It was good defensive play there by Henninger. All right, so Tampa's full strength. 1 second now. Here comes the Lions, and that is 29. So that's Swiderski who comes in. So moving the ball around on the perimeter. Both teams at even strength. 11:47 on the game clock. 30 seconds on the shot clock for Tampa. Swiderski playing opposite Cho. Slide comes from Henninger. Trail check. Nice save there by Wheeler, but Wheeler ends up on the ground. And I'm saying Wheeler. It's not Wheeler. It's number 0. I didn't even see we had a goalie change. That's Leggett. So Leggett had a really nice save but couldn't recover. The ball ends up on the other side. Huh? No. I can't remember if it's 12 or 15. I haven't seen a running clock in men's lacrosse in years, so I'm really not sure. In my memory from high school lacrosse it was 12 goals. And then if it went below 12 goals again, then the clock went back to stop. So no, with a good question there, are we going to go to a running clock here? And no, not yet. And again, the Lions just can't get the ball off the face. And Tampa, I mean, they pushed on the last possession. I probably would have waited till 10 seconds. So they pushed on that last possession. So I don't see them taking their foot off the accelerator here. 14 goals by the Spartans. Lions have only been able to post 4, and have we seen one in the fourth quarter yet? No, we haven't seen one in the fourth quarter yet. So Tampa moving the ball around the perimeter. And here comes White looking to dodge against Davies, but doesn't. Burbank inside roll, and it ends up in the crease. Referee's talking about, is it a goal or was he in the crease before? He may have landed in the sphere in that little crease part, and no goal because he was in the crease before the ball crossed the line. And trying to reset the goal where it's supposed to be. Leggett with it. And here we go. 10:33 on the clock, 80 seconds on the shot clock. Lions got to gain the clear, gain the zone, and score a goal. We need to put another couple goals in here. And Eaton unable to handle the pass. And turnover really unforced there. Schmidt with a long pass to the far side. A long pass to the near side now. Finally in. So White out there. Looks like number 34. That's Cummings. And this is Johnson. So Cummings, Johnson, and White. White's got the shorty with Eaton. Eaton lets him go by. Slide comes. Second pass up top high. Johnson looking to dodge. Davies stays with him. Good defense. Forces a pass. Pass up top. Shot blocked. White can't hold on to the ground ball. Push from behind. No call. Ball gets popped out again. Eaton gets it. Eaton's got to run through a couple of Tampa players. He's got 3 players and finally tackled. And no call at all. Guys pulling the black nurbles out of his teeth. And refs call it clean. Lamb out there on the far side. Coach running through some of the different defensive players. Number 10 playing against Johnson. And shot taken. And the Tampa player was out of bounds before the ball went out of bounds. So I don't know how they let Tampa keep that one. Burbank ran out of bounds before the ball went out of bounds. So Lamb, good defense, forces lost the ball. McGonigal picks it up, throws it back over here to Palouse. Palouse really playing a good game tonight. Long pass to Davies. Davies can't handle it. Ground ball picked up by Arup. And Schmidt's passing it to the near side. This is number 52, Stiff. And he bloops it over to White again. And he's going to come off. So Tampa with 60 seconds on the shot clock, 7:35 on the game clock. The Lions just have not been able to control the ball since about 5 minutes into the third quarter. After a while, your defense just gets tired. The will is there, but the ability, your body just gets so worn out. Canetta's just reaching right now against Cho. Canetta was running step for step for him earlier in the game. He just can't keep up with him. Kessering pushing against Palouse. He finally gets by, shoots. And then we've got a flag. That's going to be against Lamb. Lamb basically tackled Kesselring after the shot. Let's see whether or not that's going to be locked in. And refs are making a decision here. So 7:04 on the game clock. Usually as the referees run towards each other, they signal each other on the field like what the call is. So this is an unusual game tonight. The referee's not doing the flag signal. So illegal body check, and it's a 2-minute penalty against Lamb. But he did not say that it's locked in. So I don't know. So is that locked in? No, it's not locked in. Just 2 minutes against Lamb. So Lions have got to decide here. Are they going to just let Tampa score, like press out and force them to take a shot? Tampa probably just won't shoot the ball. They'll probably just work these 2 minutes off the clock because right now they're just working the perimeter. And speed and accuracy, the name of the game tonight. And then ball control off of the face-off. So many. How many scrums did we win tonight, Noah? Where the ball's loose, we pick it up, and we just can't. And there's the shot from Kesselring as he comes across. Jesse Vervelde just walked into the booth, and he's been doing everything tonight, making sure that those clocks are doing what they're supposed to do. Sometimes weather just messes with the Wi-Fi. So it's some weird stoppage at the beginning of the game tonight. Sorry, I'm recapping here because Tampa's not doing anything with the ball. But, yeah, just some really weird circumstances at the beginning of the game. And Cho just throws the ball at Ortega's feet. And the ball goes out of bounds. The Lions with 5:46 on the clock. And Davies got 3 black jerseys to get past, and now a 4th. And finally does. He's got another one on the way, so he dumps the ball off. Gunther with it. 56 seconds on the shot clock. Gunther looking to dodge. It's past one defender. Tries to come back to his left hands. Nothing there. And they changed goalies. Just realized Tampa's goalie is right-handed now. So that's number 60. That is Raleigh. Raleigh. So here comes Carlo. Dumps it off after getting knocked to the ground. He just took like a shoulder to the teeth, didn't he? I'm really surprised there have not been more penalties in tonight's game. Clark gets a shot off. Nice save by Raleigh. Sent it to the stick side. And we were talking about placement earlier. That shot was sent stick side high. We had a flag down and way behind the play, another flag down. Lions are offsides. That's what it is. I'm counting. There was like 8 players on the wrong side of the line. I'm sorry I'm laughing. But that's inexperienced players. Players like Gunther, Carlo that's out there have not had a lot of game time, just missing assignments. That's what that is. So if Tampa decides to shoot the ball and have it go out of bounds, they're just going to eat time off the clock here. Yep, passing on the perimeter. Just keep the ball up and out of the way. They're sitting in a 2-2. They got a couple guys sitting in front of the crease. But I'm sure coaches told them, don't take a shot. Just move the ball around. Nope, trail check. Number 15 didn't get the message. That was Pages with 13. They still had 10 seconds, 13 seconds on the shot clock. So the referee's got a long conversation. One of them's got to be offsides. There's got to be at least one. There's 3 flags. I'm surprised there isn't a hat down on the field right now, because that's what's left. Most referees run with 2 flags, and then they throw their hat if they run out of flags. And slow walk. Speaking of the referees, let's give them a shout out. We haven't done that yet tonight. All right, our referees tonight. Thank you to the men in black and white, the third team on the field. Number 92, Brody Sowers, Garrett Popovich, and Michael Gunther. Thank you for your hard work tonight out on the field. I may have fussed a little bit tonight, but I respect you guys. You guys do a great job out there. And we got one interference call. And did you hear, did she say timeout? I didn't hear. I was running my mouth here. 2 interference calls, or was there an offsides? 1 offsides, 1 interference. I was going to say, there should have been 3 offsides. It felt like there were like 9 guys on the wrong side of the field there. And it should be 60 seconds on the shot clock, which it is. 2 guys sitting in the naughty chair. So Tampa's got a 6-on-4 here. And they're just going to throw the ball around the perimeter for 30 seconds, I would think. I can't imagine coaches told them to go for the goal here. So here we go. And Burbank took the shot, goes behind, backed up, ball never went out of bounds. Did the ball go out? I guess the ref did blow the whistle. I didn't hear it. And finally, Lions players come back in. Good hip check there by Swiderski. Knocked the Tampa player off the ground. And timeout called by Tampa. All right, let me do my shout-outs here. We talked about the referees. No, what's your last name again? Hill. So I thought Noah Hill working with me in the booth, our second game together. It's good working with you so far this season. Noah, maybe we'll see each other again in a couple weeks or in a week and a few days. Cody Carmen came in earlier tonight. You should see our camera wrapped up in plastic and 3 other wires all wrapped up. So Cody and the guys working on it. Jason Bracero, our cameraman, he's been doing a great job tonight. My wife Amy over on the tower. We got the shot with the American flag in there. Now we're looking at the Tampa bench for some reason. And Game Central, Thomas Jorgensen working hard. My son, Miles Britton, working on the shot clock. Vincent Talarigo helping me out with what's going on. He's our team manager, and he does a great job in Game Central. Been here for a few years. Don't know where Jonathan Glass is. I haven't seen him tonight. George Hillen working. Michael Hayek, our photographer and videographer, is here tonight. Jesse Vervelde, I was calling him Batman tonight because he has been doing absolutely everything to get that other scoreboard to work. And no Kendall tonight. Who else is in there? That's it. That's everybody. Thank you so much for all your hard work and making sure we have a fabulous broadcast. No, I met an alumnus tonight. There's a fella down here. I don't know, I'm an old guy, but he looked a little bit older than me. He said he hasn't been here for 20 years. First lacrosse game he's come to live to see the Lions tonight, yeah. And he said he's been watching the games online, though, and he wanted to meet me, and I thought that was really exciting. And he was thanking me for what we do. And I can't do this alone. It's all the hard work from you guys in Game Central here that makes it happen. So Tampa moving the ball around. Lions trying to stop them. Leggett get a piece of that? No. Well, why did Tampa definitely back that up? Maybe that was a shot clock violation? I didn't hear the horn. I don't know. Lions got the ball, but can we get it into the zone? That's the question. We haven't been able to do that much in the fourth quarter tonight. Leggett's got it. And then Wills. And now, is that Swiderski? Yep, Swiderski trying to toe the line. We hadn't gotten it into the box yet, so there wouldn't have been an over and back situation. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. We can't even gain the clear. And Wills looks like he's hobbling, heading back onto the field. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he's just waiting for a player to play. All right, minute 30 left in the game. Tampa has just owned the fourth quarter. We're talking about St. Leo being a fourth quarter team. Not tonight. Just didn't have it in the bag. And moving the ball around. Tampa's got it at X. Pushing. Long pass. McGonigal's running off with a broken stick. Head came off his stick. And we were playing 6-on-5. Johnson puts another one in the goal. That's 15 goals on the night. And subtly holding his head. They've been playing defense for 90% of the fourth quarter. All right, Lamb on the near side. McGill at the face. Frost on the far side for the Lions. I would like it if we could pick this up and score a quick goal. You know, we held our own for the first half and the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. Really proud of this team. Taking a shot. Nice shot by McGill. Force him to make a save. Tampa goalie number 19, that's Villa. Long pass, and 31 unable to get there. He just needed a little bit quicker. Pollard tried, and it's going to be Tampa's ball. Looks like they said that I didn't see Pollard touch it. All right, long pass up top. 30 seconds in the game. Let's hand it to Tampa for a well-played, very skilled game. It was almost a master class in shot placement. There's and a lot of speed. Just a step ahead of the Lions throughout the entire third quarter. And then we just haven't been able to possess the ball in the fourth. I know we made some personnel changes trying to switch things up. And referees are calling that goal. So the Spartans at the buzzer put number 16 in. I didn't see who scored it. But congratulations to a brilliant Tampa team. They really played well tonight. St. Leo, I thought they played really well for the first half and for the first part of the third quarter, but just couldn't get it back into gear. And Tampa really just stepped on it and accelerated out of here. 4-goal fourth quarter, 6-goal third quarter. Lions, 2 more games left in the regular season. They are going to head to Embry-Riddle on Saturday, and then they've got Lynn the following Wednesday. And if we can win a couple more games, we may see a back here for a Sunshine State Conference playoff game. We've got our fingers crossed. We're hoping we'll be able to see here one more time. If not, this is it for the regular season. This has been since 2014. I've been doing this. So 13th year, 13 seasons. It's been awesome. And another fantastic St. Leo season in the books. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I. I want to say thank you so much to all the parents. What support this year. Some years I see some parents, some years I don't. And this year I probably have met 15 parents, plus the alumnus I was talking about earlier. What a great season for our fans here at St. Leo. Lions come up short. Spartans win 16-4. But fingers crossed we're going to see you for another home game. Take care.